Boom, shagalaka. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, today we're going to talk about Luke 10 evangelism and how a group in India baptized 1 million people in a year. My name is RK Castillo, and I was going to India, and a friend of mine got a chance to go and sit down with a group in India. They felt challenged by God to give God 1 million baptisms on the day of Pentecost. And, you know, that's a God-sized dream, right? 3,000 people were baptized on the day of Pentecost. They said, man, let's go for 1 million. And basically, they were able to do it. So friend of mine was going to go and spend time with the leader of this church planting movement in India. And while he was there, the leader says, hey, do you want me to send you one of my 100K guys? And it's like, yeah, cool. What's a 100K guy? He's like, oh, 100K guy is one of my guys that baptized more than 100,000 people. And it's like, yeah, send a guy over. So this guy came and he spent probably 2 days with us. And every single time he came out of his room, man, I'm following this dude like Mary's little lamb. Everywhere he was going, I'm going. I was sitting down with him at the lunch tables, asking him all the questions that I had. And finally he goes, hey, do you want to do a Bible study? And I'm like, yes. He says, this is the foundation for everything we do in our movement. And it was so much a part of their culture that when my friend went to different random house churches in their network, he would go up to the kids and he would say, hey, what does God call us to do? And the kids would say, oh, God calls us to disciple nations. And he says, how do you do that? The best way to do it is by doing Luke 10. And they would explain how to do Luke 10. So this guy we went up to this guy's room and we did this Bible study where he went through Luke chapter 10, verse 1 to 9. And we went verse by verse and looked at it. And that is the foundation of how they were able to baptize 1 million people in a year. And they're still rapidly multiplying churches. And Luke 10 is the foundation of everything to do. So what is Luke 10 evangelism and how do you do it? Now, if you want to go more in depth in this, grab my book, Kingdom 24902. I wrote a chapter on what I learned from these guys in the book. The circumference of the world is 24,902 miles. And so Kingdom 24902 is just a way to bring the kingdom of God to the whole earth, finish the Great Commission, go pick it up. It'll take you like half an hour to read. It's just 4 teachings that will help you find your place in God's plan to disciple nations. Anyways, Luke chapter 10, right? I found 7, right? A framework of 7. It's like a circle. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you disciple people to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So here's the 7. You pray. What do you pray for? You pray for workers. You focus, right? God has called you to specific people in a specific place, and one of the specific spheres of influence are mind molders, right? You go there and you eat with people who don't know Jesus. That you find a person of peace, you heal the sick, you preach the gospel, and then you teach and you train them to go and do the same, right? So those are the 7. Again, pray, focus, go and eat, person of peace, heal the sick, preach the gospel of the kingdom, and then teach and send people to do the same, right? So over the next few episodes of the Commissionary Show, we're going to go more in depth into all 7, because I do think Luke chapter 10, Jesus sent out 72 people. Matthew chapter 10, Jesus sent out 12 people. But if you look at them basically side by side, he sent them to do the same exact thing every single time, basically. Like parallel, they almost go exactly parallel, sending two different groups of people on 2 different outreaches, but he sends them to do the same thing. So this is the way Jesus has called us to do evangelism, to reach everyone and disciple all the nations.